Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we're at Imola for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. If you haven't checked out the last round, go back, go check it out. The Australian Grand Prix was a very good race, and one where we made a critical error, which meant that we dropped from a potential podium position all the way down to P8. Let's see what we can do this weekend at Imola, as it is a sprint weekend. And this means that there's two opportunities for us to score some good points in this championship fight, as we are very close in this championship battle with Lando Norris, and every single point is going to count. So this sprint weekend, we need to absolutely nail. We need to nail qualifying, get a good position, and then nail the sprint race itself. So here we are then, going straight into qualifying for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And this was our first lap in qualifying, and I've got to be honest, it was my best lap as well. So here we go into Tamburello. We nail that corner absolutely beautifully. Next up is Villeneuve. The Villeneuve is another chicane that was added after Ayrton Senna's incident, of course, in 1994. And it's a bit of a clumsy chicane, but it is one that I do enjoy. And then you have got this hairpin, and then as we go through Aqua Minerales, we're going to skip a bit further on into the lap. And then you've got this chicane here. This chicane's been changed over the years. It used to be, right up until about 2005 or 2006, a very fast chicane. But then in 2005 or 6, they extended the chicane, which actually slowed it down a lot and made it a very Mickey Mouse chicane, which I don't really like. And then you've got these last two corners. And then from here, it is a blast to the line. And what are we going to set? We're going to set a 117.1. And currently, as you can see, that put us quite high up. But then by the end of qualifying, we were down in P7. And as we went for a second run later on, as you can see, we did spin. And now it's time for the sprint.
The driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Alain Prost yesterday gives him pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, and Leclerc, Hamilton, Perez, Bennett, and Robert Schwarzman, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda, and Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Magnussen, Lance Stroll, and Guan Yu Zhou, Albon, Théo Pourchaire, Oscar Piastri, and Nicholas Latifi.
So here we are then, we're waiting now for the start of this sprint race. And now we're waiting on those 5 red lights, and when they go out, the race will be underway. It's lights out, and away we go. And as you can see, we started on the medium compound tyres. Now, in the past when we've done sprint races, especially during Season 2, we were able to get away with the soft compound tyres. But with the tyre wear mod, it is simply not possible to get away with soft tyres during the sprint race, unless you want to make it a pit stop race, which, yeah, wouldn't be ideal. So we're going to try and avoid the pit stops by just starting on the mediums and getting through the sprint race on the medium tyres. Now, as you can see, we did start in P11, but has dropped now to P12. And as we go round the left-hander, we're going to try and find a way round Fernando Alonso, but we're not able to do so. Alonso got a good launch. And once again in this career mode series, Fernando Alonso gets past us off the line. I don't know what it is about Alonso and Esteban Ocon, but those damn Alpines are always finding a way past us off the line. And once again, it is Fernando Alonso then who has found a way past us at the start of this race. And we're going to see if we can do something about Fernando Alonso. If we do want to find a way past him, we've got to do it quickly. Because with this tyre wear mod, I have a feeling we are going to be struggling a little bit more than the guys around us here in this sprint race. So we do need to try and find a way past Alonso as quickly as possible. Maybe here on the exit of the final corner, if we can get a good exit, we'll be able to find a way past Fernando Alonso. We're going to use all our ERS, but so too has Alonso. And look at the launch Alonso got there. And Alonso is going to find a way past Pierre Gasly going into Tamburello. Can he make it stick down the inside past Pierre Gasly? Here we go through Tamburello. Can he make it stick? He's got the inside line. And through goes Alonso past Pierre Gasly. And now we go to the end of lap number 2. We too are going to be trying to find a way past Pierre Gasly to get ourselves up into P11. At least to get back to where we started this sprint race. Here we go now. We get a good exit. We're going to use the ERS. Are we going to go down the inside? No, we're going to go the long way around. Right around the outside of Pierre Gasly. Can we make it stick? There's no DRS right now, so we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Around the outside we go into Tamburello. Gasly locks up, hits us, but we make it stick and get past Pierre Gasly, and that is us up to P11, and we go all the way to lap number 7 later on in the sprint race. And you can see we got a yellow flag, and who is that for then? Oh no, it's Alain Prost. No, the teammate Prost. He was in second place, but he has broken down and is out of the sprint race, which means he'll be starting the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix from the very back of the field. Prost there was on for second place, but he's out, and that moves us up to 10th place. And we're going to start the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix from 10th place. What can we do from there? Let's find out now.
And that's the end of the race. Hello there and welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters wearing red today, and they've all turned out for what we're expecting will be a sensational event here at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. 3.1 miles of track at Imola featuring 19 turns, 9 to the right and 10 to the left. Remember that Imola differs from most other Formula One tracks as it's taken anti-clockwise. Let's hope nobody forgets that today. The exit from turn 18 will probably be the setup for many of today's overtakes, leading as it does into the longest straight on the circuit, and it's only DRS zone. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen, Perez, Schwartzman, Fernando Alonso, and Bennett, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Pierre Gasly, and Joe, Tsunoda, Stroll, Teo Pourchaire, and Alex Albon, Latifi, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, and Alain Prost rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
So it's time now then for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. We're going to be starting from 10th place. What can we do? It's the lights out and away we go. We get off to an okay start. We lose a place there to Esteban Ocon, which is pretty much to be expected at this point. And then Pierre Gasly also finds a way past us. Can we do anything though? Into Tamburello. We go down the inside, straight past Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly. But Ocon finds a way back past us. We were very late on the brakes there into Tamburello. And you can see we've got a yellow flag. So what has happened in front? Here we are, we're on board with Carlos Sainz. Sainz was leading into Tamburello, but locks the inside tyre. And Carlos Sainz absolutely bottles a pole position and drops from first all the way down to last. And has essentially ruined his race on the very first corner. A disastrous start then to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for Carlos Sainz and for Ferrari. This is the home race for Ferrari. This is the race where you would expect Ferrari to be under the most pressure to perform. And Carlos Sainz has absolutely ruined it on the first corner. He's got a lot of work to do in this Grand Prix. And that means now all of Ferrari's hopes is on the shoulders of Charles Leclerc. He's currently in third place in this Grand Prix, but it's a McLaren 1-2 as you can see on the minimap. It's Norris leading from Ricciardo in second, and Charles Leclerc is in third. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to win this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Us, however, though, we are in P10 in this Grand Prix. We're going to end the first lap in P10. It's not too bad. It is where we started. But let's see what we can do. We need to try and find a way past Esteban Ocon as early as possible. We're certainly not going to be able to do it right now. We're way too far back. But maybe if we can have a good lap too, we can potentially find a way past Esteban Ocon. So let's stick with him then. Let's go through Tamburello. We just need to try and stick with him. And we go now to the end of lap number 2. And we're getting closer and closer to Esteban Ocon. Can we go for a move down the inside? No, we can't. We're going to stick behind him though. And maybe, just maybe, with a helping of the ERS, because we have a lot of ERS to use now. We get a good exit from the final corner. What can we do now? We're getting closer and closer to Ocon. And we're going to go down the inside, around the outside. We're going to go around the outside of Esteban Ocon. Can we make it stick into Tamburello? The long way around the outside. We give him the space. And there we go. We make it right around the outside of Ocon. And that is us up to P9 here at Imola. Next up for us is Robert Schwartzman in the Mercedes. And as you can see, it's going towards the end of lap number 3 now. Into the chicane we go. And if we get a good exit from the chicane, we might be able to get close enough to Schwartzman to then, with the DRS, find a way past him. Because, of course, he's going to get the DRS as well, being within a second of Fernando Alonso. Here we go then into the double left-hander. We get a good exit from the first one. What about the second one? We do get a good exit from the second left-hander. And now with the DRS, we're going to try and find a way past Robert Schwartzman. It's a Mercedes versus Renault Pulse, and Renault Pulse is the fastest car in a straight line, and through we go past Schwartzman, and that is us now up into 8th place here at Imola. Already things for us is looking a lot better than the sprint race was. In the long races we do tend to have a better performance than in the sprints, and you can see here as we go to lap number 5, we're going to be looking for a move down the inside of Alonso. Can we make it stick? No, we can't. We just got to settle in behind Fernando Alonso. It was a brave move there to try and find a way past him down the inside, but we couldn't quite make it stick. So now we just need to try and stick with Fernando Alonso, and maybe here into the left-hander. No, we can't. We just got to try and stay behind him. We can't make it stick yet. It would be a brave move to try and move down the inside there from as far back as we are. But as you can see, we are now going to be boxing in at the end of this lap. It's an early stop, and there's Alonso. Alonso makes a mistake. Oh, Alonso, what are you doing? Made a silly mistake, locked the inside tire, and through we go past Fernando Alonso. And just as I was just saying, we're going to make an early stop. We're going to pit in a lap earlier than everyone else and get off these soft compound tires and move on to a set of the medium compound tires, which will take us a little bit later on into this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. So off go the softs, on go the medium tyres. It's a good stop from us, and of course we do drop back to the back of the pack, all the way down in, well, I was going to say last place, but Kevin Magnussen seems to have had an incident earlier on in the race, because he's made a pit stop and gone on to another set of soft tyres. So it's all but last place here at Imola for us. But with this early stop, let's see what we can do. We've gone past Alonso, and there's Ricciardo. Ricciardo was ahead of us, as was Charles Leclerc. Ricciardo and Leclerc were second and third, and we found a way past a pair of those guys. And now in front of us is Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Those guys jumped Charles Leclerc and Daniel Ricciardo, and we've managed to jump those guys as well. And next up for us is Max Verstappen. Verstappen gets held up by Nicholas Latifi, who's going so slow on those soft tyres. And now, can we find a way past Max Verstappen? We're going to go down the inside into Tamburello. Can we make a stick with the DRS? Yes, we can. Through we go past Max Verstappen, and that is us now up to P4 here at Imola. And we got a yellow flag behind, and that's a Ferrari off of Tamburello. Is that Charles Leclerc? Has Leclerc made the same mistake as his teammate Carlos Sainz? I think he has. And Charles Leclerc, he's dropped to the back of the field, and the safety car has been deployed. And let's take a look on the replay. Yes, he has. Charles Leclerc has made a silly mistake at Tamburello, locked up and gone off. And that has brought out the safety car. And now you can see us go to the end of lap number 10. The safety car is coming back in. And we're about to get this Imola Grand Prix back underway. And let's see what we can do here. If we can get a good exit here, we might be able to find a way past Lewis Hamilton. You can see we're going to use the ERS. And look at this, we're already going to look for a move down the inside on Lewis Hamilton. We got a much faster car than the Mercedes, as we've already seen as we pass Robert Schwartzman. And there we go, with our straight line speed, we fly past Lewis Hamilton. And that is us up to P3 here at Imola. And we're back up into the podium positions then here at Imola. Next up for us is Sergio Perez. And let's see what we can do about Checo Perez in front of us. And you can see now as we go to the end of lap 14, we're getting closer and closer to Perez as we go through that chicane now. We just need a good exit from here. We do get a decent exit. Now with helping surely with the ERS, we're going to be able to get a little bit closer to Sergio Perez. Yes, we do. And now into that double left-hander. Through we go. Through the left-handers. Now We're going to get DRS. It doesn't look like Perez is going to get the DRS on Lando Norris. No, he doesn't. But we get the DRS, and through we go past Sergio Perez, and that is us now up to second place here at Imola. Things are starting to look very good for us as we go towards the end of lap 18, and into the pits we go then for the second of 2 stops here at Imola. And we're going to make a change now to get off those medium tyres and put on a set of hard compound tyres, which will take us to the end of this Grand Prix. So into the pits we go. Off go the mediums, on go the hards. Through goes Lando Norris, and through we go. We get out ahead of Sergio Perez, and that is us then in second place for this last stint here at Imola. Let's see then, in this final stint, can we do anything about Lando Norris and find a way past Lando Norris? But you can see here, as we go to a replay, and there's been a collision between Carlos Sainz and the Aston Martin, and that brought out the safety car once again here at Imola. And you can see now we skip it to the end of lap number 22, and we are now going to be getting this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix back underway. Let's see what we can do. Can we nail Lando Norris the exact same way that we managed to nail the cars earlier on in this Grand Prix, like we did with Lewis Hamilton? Can we get Norris on the restart? It looks like we're going to be able to do just that. And through we go, down the inside into Tamburello. There we go, past Lando Norris, and with that, we take the lead of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Let's see now, with 9 laps remaining, can we stay in the lead then here at Imola and take a second victory in this third season of My Team Career Mode? Things are looking pretty good for us so far. We go all the way to lap number 27. You can see we've got a Red Bull off there on the minimap. That is Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen is out of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. A disastrous result then for Max Verstappen and Red Bull Racing here today. And now you can see as we lock up there, we make a tiny mistake on the exit of the final corner, and that's going to put us under pressure from Lando Norris. He's going to get the DRS, and Lando Norris is going to go to the inside, and Lando Norris takes the lead of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. He retakes the position but locks up into Tamburello, and that gives us the opportunity to get back past and retake the position, retake the lead of the Grand Prix. But we go now to the end of lap number 28, and look at that, we make another mistake as we dip a wheel onto the gravel, and that means we're going to get a bad exit from the final corner, and once again we're under pressure from Lando Norris. Lando Norris, he's going to try and get by past us. He's going to go right around the outside. Can he retake the lead of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix? We give him the position, we give him the space, because if we just stuck to the inside there would have been contact. We would have taken Lando Norris out, and maybe even ourselves. And yeah, we made a bad mistake there by locking up and running wide, and that meant we dipped a wheel onto the gravel and just gave Lando Norris the opportunity to retake the lead of the Grand Prix. But what can we do here? What can we do from here? Can we find a way back past Lando Norris in these final few laps? I don't think we have the pace to do it, to be honest, guys. Lando Norris just has superior pace, and we make another mistake at Aqua Minerale, and that means now Sergio Perez takes a position as we make a mistake at Aqua Minerale, and that is us now down to third place. And guys, yeah, I don't think we have the pace today to find a way to win this Grand Prix. I think, to be honest, Lando Norris has it on us. Lando Norris, he has the pace. I mean, without that safety car, we wouldn't have been with Lando Norris. And so I think with that, it's fair to say Lando Norris is going to win this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, but we're not going to give up right now. As you can see, we get back past Sergio Perez, retake second place, and there is only 6/10 between us and Lando Norris as we go to the start of the final lap of the Grand Prix. We're not going to get the DRS, sadly. And you can see the tyres are wearing out. They're on about 70% tyre wear, 60% tyre wear on the rears. And that means we are going to start to struggle for grip as we start this last lap here at Imola. But can we do anything about Lando Norris? Through Tamburello we go. We're getting closer to Norris. We've got the gap under 1 second. But sadly, of course, at Imola, there is only one DRS zone, and that means that we are not going to get a helping hand of the DRS because the DRS comes a little bit too late in the lap as well. It's literally just before we reach the finish line, and that means we've got no DRS, which means if we want to find a way past Lando Norris, we've got to do it the old-fashioned way. And you can see we are absolutely draining the battery on this final lap. The battery's all the way down to about 15%, and it's going to be less than that when we get to the line. As you can see, we've got very little deployment left as well. Look at the deploy we have. We have very little deployment left, and we're going to use it now on this run into the last two corners. We can't get close enough to Lando Norris. Lando Norris then is going to win the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. A brilliant win for Lando. It's a third win for him as we finish a Grand Prix in second place today. A fantastic result for us.
So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today? Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.
A brilliant win then for Lando Norris as he extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship. We should still be in second place in the Drivers' Championship after that race, but it's fair to say Lando is going to be building up a bit of a gap that we are going to have to try and close in the next races. There's still a long way to go, of course, in this championship, but as of right now, things are looking good for Lando Norris. So Lando wins the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. We finish in second, just a second behind Lando. Perez is third. Alonso finishes in fourth. Daniel Ricciardo a brilliant fifth. Robert Schwartzman in sixth. Pierre Gasly in 7th for AlphaTauri, Lance Stroll in 8th. Alain Prost finishes 9th from last place. A brilliant result for Prost. And Schumacher rounds out the top 10 with only Max Verstappen DNFing from the Grand Prix. So as we go to the driver standings now, Lando Norris has an 18-point lead from us in second place. Carlos Sainz is third, Prost is fourth, and Charles Leclerc is in 5th place in the Drivers' Championship. And in the Constructors, Pulse Motorsport is still leading the Constructors. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.